Oh, Isaac's mother lived alone in a small whatever. Story stupid, 0 out of 10, game sucks. Welcome back. Northern Lion plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Why am I so salty? I'm on a good win streak here. Blank card, lots of HP, and Lard. So our speed is going to be real bad. Hopefully it wasn't bad before Lard resolved. Then it's going to be like bad, and that could actually be terrible for us even if we have a lot of HP. CSME 9Z3E. That is probably not the way you pronounce that letter. I gotta admit, my speed seems actually half decent, as much as I'd love to frame it like, you know, oh, woe is us, we're in a terrible situation. Our speed seems bad, but at least adequate to dodge most enemies. Enemies that rush us down are gonna require a little bit of extra finesse, but that's not necessarily anything new. Oh, wait a minute, we don't have Lard's Thunder Thighs. Also an HP up, and also a speed down, I guess, but one less HP up for the compensation of being able to crack open rocks. Is it better? I don't know. I like it early. I really like Stompy or Stompy-like items early in the game. And actually, you know what? It probably is better considering we have blank card. We'll be sticking with this long term unless we absolutely have to pivot out and get like a red candle or a blue candle or something like that in order to survive. You know, in the off chance that we have a super low amount of HP. So we'll be probably having blank card when we start cracking the skulls in the necropolis and the depths. So I think that this will save us a few bombs long term and possibly short term as well. We might be able to find a crawl space or something like that. Don't need bombs to open tinted rocks. Can save our bombs for, you know, whatever our boss fights are if it's relevant there. And if it's not, well, that's fine too as far as I'm concerned. But it would be really nice to be able to get an early crawl space here, or even an early black market. You know, we've got the HP necessary to, you know, get the knowledge to get into college here. So we got 2 cents, not very much. Hoping kind of for petrified poop as well, because obviously that's another benefit of having Thunder Thighs. We don't actually have to shoot the poop, we can just walk over top of it. Mom's Bra is a bad item in our current standing. Let's finish our exploration here before we leave this floor. I just want to make sure we're not leaving any tinted rocks uncovered, and you never know, we might be able to get enough money out of these pots to, if we don't just pick up a quarter outright, we might be able to pick up enough money to get an arcade on the next floor, which would actually be pretty valuable considering we do have a lot of HP right now. And possibly even more HP on the next floor. Oh my god, really? Swallowed Penny is fine. Not super thrilled about this immolated champion exploding hopper right here, but did manage to take it out. We'll get that rock on the far side on the way back, but for now we'll just crack open all of these. Doing fine on consumables. I don't think it's a guarantee that we get a crawl space on this floor by cracking every single rock. I think it's likely, or probably at least like 50-50 that it'll work out that way, but we'll see. We do have enough consumables for sure to open up this golden chest and early goat hoof. As much as I might like the Swallowed Penny, especially if we come across a blood bank, I think the goat hoof, it compensates for our big negative right now, which is our speed downgrade. So I'm happy to see this. Did I forget that rock that I was supposed to crush? Might have gotten a little snowblind to it there. There we go. You happy? You freaking savages? And I think we got all of these ones here, except for the one that explodes, which isn't worth it. And we'll blow this up. Pretty much guaranteed to find a secret room there, and, you know, this is the benefit of saving bombs by having Stompy. We can blow this up as well, and we got Petrified Poop out of that. I will give up our speed to take Petrified Poop. I didn't even think it could show up like that, or at least I wasn't cognizant of the fact. Let's go fight our boss in case it's Duke of Flies. And it is Duke of Flies. Okay, so because it's Duke of Flies, I really am invested in using one bomb here, which will really speed things up. Yes, it makes it impossible for us to access the second secret room, but it much speeds up this fight, and beyond speeding it up, also makes us much less likely to take damage. I'm happy with this. I think we had a pretty well-balanced first floor here, and a speed upgrade is actually a nice little cherry on top. Okay. Second floor, didn't really pick up that much in the way of improvements here, but this is going to be a big floor for us. Guaranteed deal with the devil if we don't take a certain amount of damage. Damage, speaking of which, is leaving a little bit to be desired right now, which is why I'm hoping that this deal with the devil works out fantastically for us, but we have to get to that point first. We have to earn it, you know? You're not given a deal with the devil, you make your own luck, says Tiger Woods, and as I always say, that's a That's a guy who knew a little bit about being lucky. Or getting lucky, I should say. Not be. That just ruins the joke there. At that point, if I don't have the double entendre in there, it doesn't really make any sense. 5 cents now. Too little too late when it comes to actually, you know, getting anything out of an arcade on this floor. And I just rage broke those rocks. It's a bad decision to break those rocks before the floor, or before the room ends. Oh man, I am an idiot. Because now we have to deal with spiders that we wouldn't have otherwise had to concern ourselves with. Does clear out a little bit of the detritus, I guess. Oh my god, I almost got hit there too. That would have been real bad. Let's just put it that way. Please, pop up, pop down. You were dead. Don't get hit by spiders. Oh my god, 15 cents in one pot. That is ridiculous. Hourglass, yet another shocking disappointment here. Okay, so we're kind of in a bit of a pickle here. Oh, we are at 47 cents, though, right off the bat, which is pretty darn good. Buy 3 shop items with that. Probably a Spirit Heart is going to be one of the things on our list to begin with, but then after that, we'll see what happens. Come on, just one tinted rock. There's so many rocks! We've encountered very rock-heavy rooms, but we, sadly, up to this point, have not encountered a tinted rock. And I would know because I've crushed, like, literally every single rock I've come across, I think. Okay, don't let the spiders fall on top of you. It's my favorite Elton John song. Just do this first. And I mean, it's really working out well financially right now. We're going to be at, like, 50 cents bare minimum by the end of this floor. We have to get into the shop. Have to buy the Spirit Heart. There's options is also really good. I don't think we need anything else just yet. And we'll do things kind of conservatively here. Just keep ourselves at the sides. And that's another nice little financial haul there. 7 cents. Keeps us up above the 30 mark. No tinted rock here either. But we can get to a crawl space by cracking these pots if we have to. / can. Spiders. That's alright, we got 1 cent out of it. Okay, let's fight our boss. It's Blighted Ovum. That's not too bad. And we got an extra Spirit Heart out of the boss fight as well. Which is actually pretty useful because I almost took damage right there. I don't think we need to use a bomb here. I think we're probably set when it comes to at least getting out of this fight without taking damage. Can't sustain the speed burst for too long, and this will do it right here, I think. Okay, definitely Pentagram. And then on our deal with the devil, 3 red chests. So that, in a way, I wouldn't say I enjoy getting 3 red chests. Lockdown, and what's this one? Balls of Steel. I believe that's our other pill as well. In the shop, I should say. I wouldn't say I like getting 3 red chests, because it does fuck up the equilibrium that I try to set for myself. Oh, that smaller rock pickup is huge, though. But I don't dislike it that much. Because it keeps things interesting. Like, we've had a lot of runs lately where I just picked up Brimstone right off the bat, and that takes a little bit of the tension out of it. Here, we've got a little bit more, you know, give and take. We don't know if we're going to get deals with the angel, deals with the devil, so it's kind of a little bit more interesting that way, I think. And I'm totally going to go to this curse room, because if there's 2 things we have in spades, it is HP and money. So I can buy the Balls of Steel pill on the shop. I don't actually need to now, obviously, because we'll just get in here for free. But I wasn't worried about sacrificing 1 Spirit Heart to come in here. And we get 1 Spirit Heart out of it anyway. Little slow. I'm not going to dispute this, but I'm not incredibly concerned about that either. Boss Rush is just it's a luxury. And, you know, there are luxuries we can't afford, but in our house, we never get bored. We can dance to the radio stations that play in our teeth. If you want to quote from, you know, Canadian pop princes, the Bare Naked Ladies. I don't even know what it means, but it sounds provocative. It gets the people going. Well, if these guys are stuck, we might as well try a little tenderness. And we didn't get anything there, and that's okay. Down to the next, well, we might as well crack these. Then it'll be down to the next floor. Disappointed with the way Stompy's worked out so far, or Thunder Thighs. I just call it's a Stompy-based item as far as I'm concerned. But at least we haven't used bombs to get the couple of tinted rocks that showed up right towards the end of that last floor. Gotta take out that guy. This room is completely a product of your damage. If your damage is good, you got a chance to get out of here without taking a hit. It's not literally completely a product of your damage if you want to be pedantic. It's a product of your dodging as well, but having high damage makes that room 10 times easier. Ooh, yeah, let's give it a shot. Demon Baby, worth the investment, I think, in terms of time here. And in terms of possible damage. Curse of the Blind, always dangerous, but this is actually like the third best passive item we picked up on this run. Probably a little bit behind Speedball. And a little bit, or a lot behind Pentagram, I guess I should say. So I'm not displeased by this. I'm just happy we didn't get yet another active item that I can't use because Blank Card just has too much value. And it really, like, it's not like I've forgone great items in order to keep Blank Card. Blank Card is a great item. Sometimes you have to wait for that investment in it to mature, though. You gotta wait till a Hierophant card or a Devil or, you know, various cards can be good. Really, anything would be better than nothing here. But it pays for itself really, really quickly if you find yourself in that situation where you get something really good. Which is why I'll be buying both of these items, hoping for a starter pack. Starter deck, I should say. 9 volts, Steam sale. Obviously, if I could do that in reverse, I would have preferred to, but we didn't know, and I'm relatively happy that we got 2 items that are both useful for us. It's always a gamble to buy items on Curse of the Blind. You know, it's like that Family Guy quote. You know, a boat's just a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. We've got that uncertainty. But it ended up working out half decently. The only thing I would have changed in there is I would have bought the items in reverse if we didn't have Curse of the Blind. So no skin off my scrot either way, which is probably a good thing, because I don't want to know what's inside of that marble bag. It's just better thinking that it's, you know, musk and sawdust. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Battery? I don't need it yet, but maybe one day. No battery. That's okay. Thank you, by the way. Virus is not amazing, but I'll take it. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who let me know that champions don't have a guaranteed payout. It's actually a weighted percentage chance, much like any other consumable. It might depend on your luck stat, I guess, if that's the case. So I've been like, oh, I thought this guy dropped a battery every time. But no, that is indeed facetious. It's a fallacious argument. And I mean with an E instead of an A. 2 more guys up here. Wanted to get our second secret room. I think we've got a pretty good chance to deal with the devil. I'll run the back of the napkin calculations quickly once my brain gets through this matrix right here. So we have a 25% chance because we have a 75% penalty. Well, let's do it this way, actually. We have a 125% chance because we didn't take any deals with the devil. Then multiplied by 0.25. So we're sitting at like, you know, what's 25% of 125? It's like 32. We got like a 1 in 3 chance. And the factors there are, we didn't take red heart damage, but we have the pentagram. The pentagram gives us like another 25 or another 33 or something like that. But we still suffer the penalty. Let's go left. Wire coat hanger. Acceptable. I'm going to leave this floor. I'm content with what we've gotten so far. And we're surrounded by big rooms, so I'm going to take the path of least resistance here to start with. I want to get down... that was bad. I want to get down to the depths as soon as possible, because once we can start cracking those skulls, we're actually going to have some value out of our spacebar item, which is honestly going to completely change the game if we get the right stuff. You know, big rooms are actually going to be an asset for us down there, because we're going to get a lot of skulls. You know, it's a big work day, but it's also a big payday, so there's a reason, there's a value associated with it that right now we're kind of lacking, we're kind of missing out on. Unfortunately, this did not pay for itself, I believe. A lot of stuff jammed into our dome here. Just want to eliminate as many rocks as possible. Normally there's like just some set lanes that you can use to attack these jerks, but we can get around the conga line a little bit. Probably don't want to take that risk too often, but I'll thank Small Rock and Wire Coat Hanger for contributing there and making sure I didn't take any damage. I can't believe we're still, like, out of a crawl space as well. Mind you, like, no crawl space, I should say. Mind you, I didn't do my due diligence on the last floor. That was kind of like, as a compromise to get a little bit of time back, even though it's pretty unlikely we're going to be able to get to our boss rush, but I think it's worth making that compromise. We'd already been to the item room, we'd already been to the shop. Let's see if this gets anybody. Or everybody. Alright. Enough money to buy 2 items from the shop. I guess we were already technically there. Thanks to Steam sale. And sure, this is probably our second secret room. Now, quick back of the napkin math. Alright. 25% penalty on a 125, like 25% applied penalty, not minus 25%, but times 0.75. It gives us like an 80% chance of getting a deal here. Could be Angel, could be Devil. And now that I say could be Angel, I really wish that I'd saved the bomb, because we could have done a Mega Satan run if that's the case. But maybe we'll get a matchbook or something like that here that we can take advantage of. Easy fight, much easier than our earlier Duke of the Flies fight. And it is an Angel room. Fuck. I'm gonna take the speed, honestly. We're still a little slow. That was a close call, though. And we get Holy Mantle, so that is a really incredible pickup for us. Now I'm like, every room, we're gonna walk into things. Not by accident, either. We have the virus, we can do a little bit of extra damage to enemies. As a result of that, not very much, but enough to maybe make it worthwhile against, you know, pardon my French, but shitty enemies. Yeah, definitely should not be standing here, but Holy Mantle makes that a little bit less of a concern than usual. Crack all 4 of these rocks in the most roundabout way possible. What a wonderful courtyard we've created for ourselves, though. And yeah, when there's only one enemy left, we can walk into him. If we can even get there. Oh, that... I ruined it! We didn't take damage, though. Still waiting on some kind of skull here. Some kind of tarot card. Also waiting on blank card and shop. And possibly a blood bank as well, which would be very useful for us. Ah, you know what? This actually gives us a huge advantage. Holy Mantle, I don't need to, you know, extol the virtues of Holy Mantle to you, but Holy Mantle is going to be so nice for us here because we can crack mushrooms for pills, and whenever a mushroom explodes, we can just leave the room and then come back, and we'll have full HP and protection again. So let's try this out. There you go. We'll leave and come back. I'd really like good pills. So far, so good. What are these? Range down. Disappointing. Health down. Also really bad. What about this one? Luck up. Okay, we found one pill that's half decent. That's alright. Oh, we got another one. This one. Speed down. Man, this is a shit rotation. PhD would be very valuable. So we've completely nullified our boss item, or boss room pickup here, I think. Balls of Steel. That is a good one for us. And yet another kind of big room here. At least our tiers weren't affected. That's our principal strength right now. And to be honest with you, low speed, not an enormous... Thought I heard a fire alarm there temporarily. Maybe I did. Low speed, not necessarily a major problem. Now that we have Holy Mantle. Obviously something I'd rather not deal with, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Double key room is a lot of consumables, and I think our first tarot card of the game. And it's the sun, which is actually pretty good. Try to use this as, like, basically a secret room generator. Also, knowing where rooms are is helpful. And the sun is a particularly good one because, well, obviously we're not going to get the boss rush now, but the sun is a particularly good one because as soon as we use it, if it kills everything on the room, we actually get the half of a full charge already. So if we can get, like, AAA battery along with this, we could use a sun card once every 2 rooms, which is pretty sweet. Although the sun is not my typical endgame card for blank card. We got a passive item, Infestation, not particularly strong, but it is what it is. And in here, honestly, I think we just donate, maybe. Alright, 2 cents. It is done. We have enough bombs that we can also go to our boss trap room. Did I know what that pill was in there? Is that why I didn't take it, or did I just have a little brain fart? Ah, yes, I probably looked at it. Okay, I'm gonna go with Mom's Pearl. Our finances are good enough that we can buy items for the rest of the game. Lucky Rock would have been a killer pickup for us, but that's okay. Liberty Cap is interesting, but I think I'm happier with the added security of Mom's Pearl. Extra battery charge. I don't know how much that's worth, but I guess we might as well take it into the boss trap room. And 2 keys and a penny. This will be a good test for our damage. I know I always say that, but it's the darn truth as well. Mega Fatty is a fairly difficult enemy to be fighting, and I will use the Sun card against him. Better than using it against Mega Ma, I think, because Mega Ma is relatively easy. You know, we'll take off like 10% of Mega Fatty's HP here. And then Mega Ma shows up. Yeah, I don't know. This is, oh, that was bad damage on my part, but it's a bit of an interesting run here. Holy Mantle is an incredible pickup for us. Damage-wise, we're not too far behind the 8 ball, but we're not doing, you know, gangbusters right now, which is a word that I don't even understand. Gangbusters, what is gangbusters? Is gangbusters like you're busting a gang, and that's a good thing because, you know, organized crime, you know, screw it, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, our secret room was not going to be there, now that I think about it. I don't know, man. All these expressions that I use. What is the bee's knees? Does it just sound funny? Was it the YOLO of their generation? Were there people in, like, the 1920s going, oh, this, yeah, all the kids these days say bee's knees. I won't stand for this haberdashery. I don't know, haberdashery, I think that has something to do with hats. Maybe I'm trying to think of balderdash. No, Northern Lion, balderdash is a board game. You think I don't know this? Ask me anything about, you know, Parker Brothers board games from the early to mid-90s. Don't throw that Hasbro shit in there. I don't actually know who made balderdash. Makes, because I'm assuming it's still probably going strong. As people my age have children and introduce them to balderdash and Monopoly. You know who loves balderdash? Michael A.L. Fox is fucking in love with balderdash. I know like 3 things about that guy. He loves the Volvo Automobile Corporation. He's been driving a 1994 Volvo station wagon he inherited from his dad for like literally as long as I've known him, and he's been able to drive, if that makes sense. Since he turned 15, he's had it. So it's like 11 years that he's been driving it, and it was 10 years old when he started to drive it. It's amazing. I'm not saying like, oh, buy a new car, you fuckboy. I'm actually like, it's a model of economic efficiency and reliability on an engineering standpoint as well. I'm amazed. If you ever get the chance to buy a 1994 Volvo station wagon, you could drop an atomic bomb on them and they'll still keep going, apparently. So that's it. He loves the Volvo Automobile Corporation, and he has a good reason to, I suppose. He loves the board game Munchkin. Can't get enough of it. It's his fucking jam. And he loves balderdash. He also loves the, oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna use 2 judgments right here, so I can keep the sun. He also loves the, pre-mixed drink beverage called Palm Bay. Guess it reminds him of the Caribbean. I don't know if that second part is true, but I have seen him drink a few Palm Bays in my time. He loves the Winnipeg Jets, despite growing up in Ontario. So he's pretty much a traitor. The Winnipeg Jets are, oh man, come on. Are a National Hockey League team. Nothing against them, I'm just saying. A little strange. He loves Rocket League. I don't know. Now it's like a dating profile. I'm like his mom. I'm trying to set him up. He's already spoken for, ladies. You're trying to play balderdash with this guy. Too bad. Alright, we can't use... I shouldn't have given you a spirit heart for that, but that's okay. Plenty to work with here. I guess we can get that. I'm just waiting for our sun card to be ready again. Oh, I really thought that would still create a bridge, but I guess fuck me. Black hearts. I mean, I recognize that the commentary is kind of... It's drying up here, but I think this is going to be one of those floors where there's like a lot of quote-unquote work to be done. Blank card Judgment. Very interesting. I'm just going to pop this Judgment down here. I know we could probably milk it for more, but I'm just going to pop this Judgy down. And the reason is, you know, I want blank card Sun so we can get the most out of our Demon Judgment that we've already created. Get the Lovers. I'm just going to use the Lovers because I'm going to come back here with the Sun card later. Like, very, very shortly is the plan. Balls of Steel is also pretty good. I can't believe that this is not working out yet. Temperance? Oh, that's another one we should be using in there. Okay, so we'll use the Sun card on, like, one of these rooms. Okay, not that room, obviously. Yeah, like, this is a little bit more of a tactical kind of chess match than I thought it would be. And that's good, I like it. The poop, that's a bad item, but we did get a penny out of it, fantastic. We have Steam sales, so let's see what we got in here. Might as well try. Remote Detonator. 5 bombs for 7 cents is a good trade. Apart from that, obviously I'm a little disappointed with the way that it worked out. That's okay. We tried. Okay, so regular Judgment is going to be tapped out for now. I can't believe Demon Judgment is not paid out. Like, that is absurd to me. Blow this guy up. Maybe get some money back to play the other Judgment. No, he got some more fish flies. Oh, ceremonial robes. Growth hormones, also really good. Okay. Now, let's, wait, is this Necropolis? It's Depths 1. Wow, we are still very, very early in this one. Let's go fight our boss and see if we can't snag another deal with the angel or deal with the devil. Growth hormones, you know, means temporarily we can stop fretting about whether or not we got the gas pedal pressed down. You know, it's a good DPS and damage and speed upgrade for us. Still lacking kind of that, like, that oomph that's going to guarantee us taking this run super far beyond this. In order to get that, we need something good, like even better than Holy Mantle defensively if possible, and offensive punch would also be nice, but take the left item here. We get the Halo. Honestly, that's probably the better of the two options we had there. We can't say for certain, but it's probable. Oh, that's just an ideal situation right there. And you know, I really do like these Rebirth runs that task you with playing a little bit more strategically, not just on the rooms, like when it comes to combat, but like in advance of the rooms as well, or like extra to the rooms. Like being able to micromanage your consumables is kind of cool, and you know what, we should really maybe take blank card Temperance temporarily. And I do mean that it's really cool. It sounds like I probably meant that sarcastically, but I actually didn't. It just adds another kind of like axis for you to play the game on. Like in this one, we don't have any control over our items, and sometimes we don't even have control over the items we pick up because Curse of the Blind just kind of ties our hands, but may do that. It's interesting as a result of this, and blank card just opens up all sorts of unusual strategic opportunities to us. So basically I'm playing this to get enough money to hopefully get something from the Judgment. Anything else we get paid out is just a bonus. There are some red hearts we can take advantage of. And that is our last play there. We got a lot of money out of it though, so let's go back and play Judgment here. We do want to make sure we're taking the Sun card with us. I think we have one extra Sun card as well that we could probably just tap right away. Okay, so we're done here. Thank you for not being Butterbean. Got Hanged Man. I'm just going to use it. One of these is the Sun. Yeah. Death. I think we're just going to leave, maybe. So we'll use one Sun card. Yeah, I think we're just going to go. We've done our due diligence on this floor. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's hit up our next floor. We gained a little bit there. I mean, the Halo pickup, the growth hormones pickup, those are solid. And we got a lot of HP. I can't quite remember how much, but I think we got 2 HP from Judgments and then 1 from the Halo, which is very solid. We can't get into that boss room anyway, so if we're going to take this, we might as well take it. And I'm going to take it. I think, considering we have blank card Sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Also, Spoon Man, come together in your hands. Like, yo, Chris Cornell, you got a little bit of an orgasm fixation here, which is very unusual for a male in their 20s. We're going to try to stack up as much HP, like Red Heart specifically, raw HP as possible, because we can use it as full health basically, so why wouldn't we? I don't think we'll use the Sun card here, just because I don't think it's going to do... Well, we could have used it at the end there, I suppose, but I figured we might as well use it to try to clear a room that's full of assholes. Like, this one will probably do a little bit better. Wow. I can't believe it didn't actually finish off that first guy. Crack every single one of these. Still no crawl space. It's blowing my mind a little bit. Magician. Moon. Stars. I mean, we could save keys, but I'm just going to stick with the Sun. I'm happy with our Sun setup right now. If we got Hierophant, I might consider taking that. Strength, I don't think is worth it. Ooh, interesting. 1 key for 2 bombs, or 1 bomb and 2 cents is not a great trade. Another Sun card. So if we wanted to, we could just walk down here and use the Sun, probably kill them, and then get a full charge that we can use on our other Sun card. Wait a minute, I'm an idiot. That's not another Sun card, was it? That was just a regular. That was our Sun card. Okay. Well, that's going to add a little bit more attention to this. But now we have blank card Emperor. And Blank Card Emperor, as we get into the next phase of the game, is really useful. 2 Guppy items. Okay, this is our out here. That's very lucky. Although if I want, we want to split hairs, it's probably a little unlucky that we've gone this far without getting a Guppy item so far. We've only had one deal with the devil, or one, let's say, deal with the devil in terms of category. Like one deal with the devil or deal with the angel that has actually given us an item. And that was, of course, the Holy Mantle pickup, which is one of the better items in the game, without a doubt. Saved us from a ton of damage. 2 of Hearts, man. I mean, Blank Card 2 of Hearts is great. That's more along the lines of what we're looking for here. Blank Card Joker. I will forego Blank Card Emperor for that. And I would have forgone it regardless. Like, even if I'd had the Sun card, I would have stuck with this Blank Card Joker. It's too good to pass up. Hopefully we'll be able to get some value out of this. If we just become Guppy, I'd consider that fair trade. Let's see what we got in here. Black Bean. It is also a pretty bad item. We've had pretty bad item room RNG specifically, but we've been kind of buoyed in other directions here. I don't think we want anything here. Like, Pandora's Box gives us like 20 cents. Sure, it literally like pays for picking it up and then some, but it's also kind of a waste of time. I think if we save Blank Card Joker just for the next floor, we'll probably get a deal with the devil here regardless. We haven't gotten one in one floor. We have Pentagram, which means we've got a really good chance, or an elevated chance at least of getting it. And way more Spirit Arts. That's Mom's Pearl, which probably at this point, I don't want to say we could probably afford to get rid of it, but we could probably afford to take a better trinket. Or there are probably trinkets that are now weighted more positively towards us. I don't want to offend Mom's Pearl, which has been a very integral part of this organization, but perhaps it's apparent that Mom's Pearl's tenure has come to an end at this organization, and both of our interests would be better served if we parted ways for now. What I'm doing is auditioning for the role that George Clooney had in his 2009 classic, Up in the Air, which I have actually not seen, but I hear he flies around firing people for organizations that don't want to fire people themselves. Man, that job would be like really depressing. I guess that's probably the point of the whole movie. Maybe I should see it. It's probably like my most referenced film, despite having not seen it. Well, that and Rounders, of course. Pay this man his money. He beat me. Tears down. What is up with this rotation? Okay. Well, we'll Blank Card Joker right away. We just need one Guppy item to really seal it. Trinity Shield is actually fine, but sort of not that good. Like, it's a nice defensive item, I guess. And the big reason I like Trinity Shield is because it's still a novelty. Like, it's still pretty unusual to find it. So we got 2 decent defensive items. It'll probably make Holy Mantle last longer. But as you can see, like, our DPS is leaving a little bit to be desired here. And this is our last deal with the devil for some time. The Cathedral will hook us up, but apart from that, we're pretty much on our own here. So I'm a little nervous, a little anxious, I guess is probably a more apt word to use. Deal with the devil meta was not particularly strong here, at least from an offensive and, like, traditional standpoint. From a defensive standpoint, it's pretty good, although, Holy Mantle is awesome, don't get me wrong, like 9 out of 10 item. But it's not that much better than just 9 lives a lot of the time, which shows up all the time, so you'll forgive me maybe for being not super grateful, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I really believed that, you would be here, so give me a sign, hit me baby one more time. Man, it took me way too long to remember the lyrics to, like, the predominant sign or song of my childhood. I was in 5th grade when Hit Me Baby One More Time came out, so I was, like, right around the right age. And I remember that one of my friends was like, we were pretty clever as 5th graders, but he said, I started puberty the first time I saw that music video. And I was like, you know what? Wouldn't surprise me. Obviously, I'm not saying that as a grown man. I'm saying that from the perspective of a 12-year-old. Well, what are you in 5th grade? Like 11, I guess. This is like one of the things that people on the internet are super passionate about that I don't understand. And it happens in real life. It's not just the internet. But I'll be like, yeah, so I was like 11 in 5th grade. People will be like, no, you're 11 in 4th grade. And I'm like, yo, dog, I have a late birthday. Okay? I was born in November. So, you know, if you were born in January, we have a really different perspective on the ages that we were, or a slightly different perspective on the ages that we were when we were in the, you know, the same grade. People can't wrap their head around it. I'll be like, yeah, you know, I was 13 when I started grade 9. People will be like, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. You're 14 and 15 in grade 9. It's like, yo, have some awareness that people have different experiences, man. I graduated high school at 17, as did everybody born after August or something like that, or born after September. I started freshman year of university at 17, which is, it's wild to me. And I'm not gonna make this a pro or anti-drinking thing, but what's crazy to me is that, you know, it took me like almost half of my university career to be the legal drinking age in my country of residence. In Canada, well, not all of Canada, but parts of Canada. Most of Canada is 19 years old to purchase alcohol. And for the Europeans in the audience, we treat all alcohol basically the same way. So, you know, beer below 5%, beer above 5%, wine, hard liquor, etc., etc. It's all treated the same. I'm going to take this. Parts of Canada is 18. Quebec is 18. I think Alberta is 18. But anyway, in America, it's 21 most places. I actually would have, like, graduated. I think, yeah, you know what? I'm trying to run it through my head. I think in my final year of university, I would have been able to have, like, been employed full-time and possibly not also be allowed to go out for beers with my coworkers afterwards, which to me was like, really? But whatever, that's an American thing. I'm not getting into it. All of these countries, it all treats alcohol consumption very differently. It's not a major thing. I'm not gonna drag up the old, well, if you can, you know, take a bullet for your country, you should also be able to grab a beer at the Legion. I'm just saying, it puts it into perspective, you know? Late birthdays, man. Late birthdays. I hope that is a justice card. I hope it's something I can use right away, get some value out of, but don't have to keep. Man, just balling out of control with these pickups right now. The bean, the black bean, infestation. Man, this is just an absurdly powerful run. Yes, I'm obviously being facetious. Oh, you know what? This is actually good. So I would love to be sarcastic about this, but we have an orbital here. And an orbital plus Holy Mantle is a pretty good combination. I can afford to be a little bit more aggressive on my positioning, and you know, I would be hitting death with my orbital right now. I'd be hitting the zombies. And then when we take damage and lose the Holy Mantle charge or Holy Mantle effect, we will just, you know, drop back and play things more defensively. And after I said that, I took the toothpicks because I was like, come on, toothpicks is pretty good. Let's not put ourselves in too much of a defensive risk here. I mean, we could use our Joker card here. In fact, we should use our Joker card here. Not necessary, I guess. The reason I was going to say that we should use our Joker card is so that we could possibly get a full key piece. That was lucky us, I guess. A full key, I should say. We got a second key piece. It doesn't matter, actually, because... oh, I wish that had not exploded like that. It doesn't matter in actuality because we're probably not going to fight Mega Satan. We don't really have the gravitas for that right now. But if we could have, I would like to have. Would have liked to have. I don't know. Long run and somewhat tricky run for sure. Yep, I had a feeling I would get hit by that bomb. I played what was going to happen in the future in my head a couple times there, and I was pretty confident that would happen. I wanted that to be the secret room. Maybe it actually is. It is, okay. Because I want to be able to get in here. Oh, man, come on. One guppy item, man. I wanted to be able to get in here and then open this up. Oh, we did it. Okay, so we probably won now. And, you know, we do have the benefit of having a teleportation card, so we can just leave and then come back in. Okay, now that we're guppy, we've probably won, but I don't think anybody can say we didn't at least work for that one. I mean, the Holy Mantle pickup has carried us quite a lot, but, it still took a while to get to this point. I'm gonna keep our left hand here just so we can have a chance to maybe pick up some more Spirit Hearts. Then we'll probably drop it at a later date that is conducive for both parties. Oh, double key room. Yeah, let's become Guppy and then reroll our whole run. Of course, we'll stick with Guppy if we reroll our whole run, but Let's see what we get here. Not a 5 room. Oh, just money. Wish this room had a working donation machine, but it doesn't. Might as well crack it. Okay, never mind. I was going to say might as well crack into some of these. Surely 2 of them won't explode negatively on me. But they did. And now, the only thing that can stop us is basically this false sense of security that I put on myself. Oh, good. It's a Skype message. Let's get a move on here. But yeah, the only thing that can stop me is the false sense of security that I have. As long as we stay, you know, vigilant and play as decently as we played so far, this should end up being another win. And I haven't really talked about it too much, which I think is good to take a little bit of the pressure off myself. But we're generating a pretty nice Eden streak here, and I'm starting to feel like I'm in the groove. I'm starting to feel like I did at times during the last streak, even though it ended kind of unceremoniously. And also, of course, on the huge streak back in like May and June. It's hard to believe that was 3 months ago already, but man, like when you're streaking, the months just fly by. Like if you get 225 streaks separated by a loss, that's basically a month of Isaac videos right there. So, you know, you really can't. Time doesn't go any faster, or I should say, time doesn't go any slower on streaks. It actually seems to go much, much faster, which is why I kind of feel like there's a lot of pressure. Like we're at the start. Roughly, maybe we're closer to the middle, I guess, of September. Afterbirth comes out at the end of October. This might be like our last chance to throw down a great Eden streak before we get lost in the madness of Afterbirth. And for Afterbirth, I'm planning on not starting a brand new save file. I just want to see the new stuff, you know, get right into it, not be like, oh, where's my Steven pickup, where's my Meat Boy and stuff like that. And try to get like real Platinum God as soon as possible, but also have fun doing it. I'm excited for like a, you know what, we can maybe fight Mega Satan. We'll see. I'm excited for a little bit of a left hook that could throw us, you know, off balance here. A sucker punch, if you will. We're not going to know what any items do. Or at least, you know, there's like 2 items that have been spoiled. There's like probably 10 items that have been spoiled. But anyway, we're not going to know what many items do, or most of all, how they synergize. So, you know, right now I'm like, if Mom's Knife and Tiny Planet show up, which they've shown up a lot in like conjunction with one another recently, every time they show up, I'm like, well, I don't want to pick that up. That'll ruin the run. The reason I know that is because it's ruined runs of mine before. You know, every synergy that I don't take, I'm trying to think, is it like almost every synergy? It might be literally every synergy that I don't take on purpose because it's bad, is because I've taken it at a point in the past and it's been terrible and probably ruined a run. So that's why I'm excited for Afterbirth, is because we won't be able to have that level of comfort. We're gonna see like Mom's Knife, Tiny Planet. Let's just use those as analogs. And it's going to be like it was before Rebirth came out, or we'll be like, oh, we got to take those. I wonder if you get knives that, like, spin around you in, like, some kind of sweet death cloud. Nope. No, it ruins your run. But we won't know that. We won't know that. So, I'm very excited for that. And that's why I really feel like there's a little bit of pressure. I'm putting a little pressure on myself now. This is kind of like the last opportunity to get a great Eden streak in Rebirth before the release of Afterbirth. We should probably drop left hand now. Which is cool. I'm ready to move on to a phase where... Well, let me put it this way. I feel like I've hit kind of an equilibrium with Rebirth, which is not to say I'm tired or like I'm gonna stop playing it, but I feel like I'm at a point where I understand the game and the game understands me and we have a balance. I'm gonna be popping off, you know, 10, 20 win streaks consistently with the occasional streak that's a little bit longer than that. And I'm ready for that to be mixed up. I'm ready to lose 1, win 2. I'm ready to lose 2, win 1, you know? And then, you know, spend 8 or 9 months, like I already have for Rebirth, getting reacquainted with it, and then start taking, you know, more cracks at a definitive streak or something like that. I hope people feel the same way. Probably a little too lazy for me to not pick up consumables there, but it is what it is. Now, I'm hoping we get items that are good enough that I'm just like, let's go fight Mega Satan right away. Because right now, I think I would fight Mega Satan right away, but I would be like, ooh, lucky me. I'd be like 10% unhappy about it. I'd be like, you know, we may die if we fight Mega Satan. I don't think we will, but it's a possibility. But I would really just like to pick up like a Proptosis or something like that. But we have a Joker card, so we can make that happen. If we die against Mega Satan, I guess we could try to make the chest work anyway. So no curse. Man, this is like really bad. We'll Joker. And we'll get the Miter. And then we'll blow this up for Spirit Hearts, which we did not get. Then we'll Joker to kill the boss, basically. Come back in here. I think we should take Lazarus Rags. I'm not gonna take Lemon Mishap. We can take that later. Let's try to make this work. I think the Rubber Cement pickup is not fantastic. Probably not spoiling anybody's perception of the situation to say that, but I feel like the Rubber Cement pickup is a little bit suboptimal. We do have decent range, though, so, you know, we'll be able to hit multiple enemies. We just sort of don't have control over it. If we had Lump of Coal or something like that, I would be all over Rubber Cement. I still like it. Like, it's one of my favorite synergies just for being cool, but, in our current situation here, I don't think it provides a ton of value. And Mega Satan is getting pretty formulaic at this point. Sometimes it's a little tricky, but I guess I shouldn't have been as scared as I was. But it's because we just got Guppy recently. I'm not used to having this much power, you know? You know, yes, I am singing the Kanye West song in my head right now. It's not a Kanye West song. It's a King Crimson song. I've got no disrespect for King Crimson, man. I'm just saying, you know, art is transformative sometimes. You gotta be able to use... If you're okay with shit like, you know, Ghostbusters theme song mashed up with All-Star mashed up with the Corey in the House theme song, you gotta be okay with hip-hop that samples rock music, you know? It's not a sacred cow. You can't be into mashups but then be like, Kanye West stole In the Court of the Crimson King. Or no, actually it's 21st Century Schizoid Man. You get it. In the Court of the Crimson King would make for a much more grandiose hip-hop song. In the Court of the Crimson, bling. Ah. Yes, I was an original member of founding prog rock English band King Crimson. How did you know? Was it from my incredible performance of In the Court of the Crimson King? We've defeated Mega Satan. It was a long run, but it was a fun run. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.